Welcome back. It's been a while since I've done an SCX24 video, but I haven't really had anything new to show you guys. And like I said, I don't just do videos to make videos like a lot of creators. But anyway, INJORA sent me a set of this Mud Paw 1.0 tires, and I know nothing about them. So they are a small tire, which I like. Looks like, I'll pull them out of the package here because I hate unboxing videos. Be right back. And my first impression is just from touching them, they're sticky. So I right away have some good vibes from them. Since INJORA sent these to me, I'm going to throw one of their stickers on the wall because why not? I like that kind of stuff. If a manufacturer wants me to do testing for them, I will certainly do that. And the only condition I have is that I'm allowed to give an honest review at the end. I'm not paid for it, but at the same time, in this case, I did not personally pay for these tires this time. So there's the disclaimer. I'm going to throw this sticker on there. That's kind of a small sticker. I'm going to put a bigger one you can actually see up there. I'll talk a little bit about what makes a mud tire good before I get started here. So when we look at a mud tire, as opposed to other types of tires, they have large tread blocks with big gaps in them, and I also like the fact that there's a continuous band around the center that's unbroken, because you have two things going on here that are pretty great. The first one, if we're looking at the top of the tire and you have tread blocks that look like this, okay, and in this case this will be kind of the edge of the tire, and this goes on to the middle and over. So we're going to look at just one block here, okay? And there's also a ridge right here through the middle of it. But a mud tire, you want to have these slanted sides here. And what slanted sides do for you is when mud gets stuck in here, in between each one of these lugs on the tire, it can clean out, because as the tire moves, there's nothing that is going to hold in this mud, and centrifugal force will just eject the mud as you drive. Now a snow tire is different. A snow tire has a pattern more like this, because you want snow to get stuck in here, because snow on snow gives a better grip than just rubber on snow. So if it can hold on to some of the snow, that snow on snow as it drives, you want it to hold snow for that type of thing. So you don't want it to clean out with a snow tire. With a mud tire you do, and that's why they've gotten these large blocks, and then they have the little separate little fin in there in between each of the large blocks, and that just acts as a little kicker to help kick that dirt and mud out. The thing I like about this continuous block through the middle is, on rock, you don't want to have a big gap necessarily in between blocks, because then you'll start getting a you've heard some tires when they are trying to climb and they make a popping sound. What's happening is the lug is folding over and giving up, and instead of maintaining its shape and holding grip, the lug is just bending over and falling off the rock. So I do like this continuous band through the middle. I have the best of both worlds going on with this tire, and you got what we just mentioned here with the clean out. If I do run it in mud, it has also a great thing about a mud tire is you want some lug on the sidewall as well, and this has that. You can see that it sticks out from the sides, and this will give you a little more bite also when you're trying to climb. And it's kind of a combination, it's kind of a what am I trying to say, a compromise between a squared off tire and a rounded tire. And a rounded tire can climb through a V-notch really well, where a squared off tire will give you a little bit more side hill, just because it's a slightly wider wheelbase, because the tread goes clear out farther and then makes that square turn instead of a rounded edge. So I don't get to my friend Trent's house as often as I'd like to, so I'm going to go ahead and take the comp pins off these INJORA rims, which I also have. And the thing I like about INJORA, and this is not a paid thing obviously, is they tend to make some really nice stuff. I think these are among the prettiest wheels I've ever bought, and they weren't even that expensive. I think I might have paid about $22 for them. They were nothing, and I really like them because I can take the whole thing apart with 6 of those screws. I'm not ever going to take these front ones off because I don't need to. You take those off and the whole wheel comes apart. So this shouldn't be a big deal to dismount and then mount the mud paws. So that's next. It took me exactly 1 minute to take that wheel apart, and these are the INJORA brass ring bead locks, so they're very simple to put together. I really like these, and these are directional tires, so the first 2 I can put together haphazardly, and then the last 2 I have to make sure that I get them set on a rim properly in the proper direction. And when I put tires together, I usually try to get that rim there just a little bit wet, because it works great that way, and the tires just go together a lot easier. And these in particular are sticky. Goodness. Kind of excited about these. Sometimes I don't get excited about the things I test because I know I'm not going to like them, but these I think I will. You don't hear about most of the things I test because the majority of the ones that I've tested you've not seen, because I was under an NDA and couldn't talk about it, so that's why. Anyway, these are sticky. It's going to take me a little bit more time to put them back together than it did to take it apart. Well, that first wheel took 5 minutes. I'm betting I can get the time down even lower on the next one because now I've done it once. And there's nothing wrong with these mud terrain comp tires. The pins work great, like I said, on certain surfaces. Others there might be better tires, but I really like these. They're a neat compound, they're soft, and they're great on my buddy's course. Anyway, I'll finish these other 3, and then I will do an average time for all 3 of them put together. I'll let you know that. This is another thing I like about the INJORA rims. You can buy them in an aluminum center or a brass center for the 3-piece bead locks. And I put the aluminum ones in the back and the brass ones in the front because it gives it a better weight balance. But that's a fantastic thing. They're interchangeable. If you buy one set of rims and wheels that have the brass and then another set, actually you buy them in pairs, so you can just buy it straight that way if you want to. So, or you can buy them all for, I don't remember how I bought these, but anyway, they have both, and I like that because you can mix and match and get the weight balance you want. So it took me 14 minutes and 12 seconds to dismount the other 3 and mount them on the rims, and I did have to be a little careful because I have 2 brass and 2 aluminum rings in the center, so I had to be a little more careful when I put them on the rims to make sure that their directional is going to go the correct way. And you cannot, I mean, I'm super happy with these so far. They look fantastic on the wheels, and I'm excited to put them on the car. I've got them all mounted up in the proper orientation. And one thing you want to check if you have a brand new truck or a truck that you're changing tires on, if you can move one wheel and it causes the wheel on the other side to move, that's good. You want that, because if it doesn't move from the opposite side turning it, it means that lug nut or something is too tight, and that'll burn a motor up. So this is how I check to make sure that I'm not going to blow a motor up right away. And I don't know what y'all think, but I think those tires look fantastic on this truck, and I'm pretty excited to give them a try. This is the current version of my course, and I've condensed it so that I have a little more space to go through on the side over there, but I have just as many lines that I had before. It's just they look a little different. I do wish I had never taken out the stairs that were on the side over here. That, you know, this corner right here is what I used to call the stairs, and I really like that, but it got to be too easy, so I took it out thinking I'd just change everything up, and I kind of regret that because it was fun to do those. But now we're gonna find out what the grip is like. So far they have not slipped one bit. This is actually the kind of test I like to do because I don't have to worry about finding something nice to say when it's already how I want it. I can actually just say, hey, these are great. And this is one of those that I could tell right away. I'm driving left-handed. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It actually caught on the rocks there. These are the stickiest tires I've ever tested. Goodness. I kind of have to be careful with these because if I jam a tire somewhere, it's going to not move, and it's going to snap an axle. Open the diff back here on the other side. These tires are straight out the box, not even broken in yet, and they're already gripping well. Yeah, anybody who knows me knows that doesn't matter what product I get. If it's for an SCX24, even if it's a mud tire, we got to find out how it does on the rocks. So that's what we're doing right now. And I don't know how much more I could ask for a tire on rocks that's not meant for rocks, but this is a very grippy set of tires. Just gotta fight that undercut, make sure I don't get it caught in there. There we go. Get the back tire through it. Traction does not seem to be an issue with these tires at all. Just do a few more runs with them. One thing I like is you don't hear the sound of the lugs making any clicking or popping sounds because they're folding over. As long as you're driving on that center band, they're pretty smooth. Lots of grip. Watch that undercut again. There we go. next part of the course is pretty steep down. I think I've seen enough on rocks to know that it has all the grip you want. For rocks, I would like to see a little more of a squared edge on the edges of the tire instead of a rounded tire, but it is a mud tire that you probably want that radius, because that'll help it pull its way through the mud with the side lugs. So I understand why they do it. It's just a different tire than what I'm normally used to running on, because it's a mud tire on rocks and it works good on rocks. So this is a tire I would recommend, and I might even put I might try some of these on some of my other trucks just to see how they do. I'd like to compare them to some of the other tires that I have, but these are winners. They're probably going to stay on these rims because I can't think of a different set I would put on these. They're sticky, and I like the look of them. And tomorrow we'll find out how they do in the mud. I just want a tire for mud that will clear the tread and not kind of snowball cake up with mud and grow in size. I want it to be able to clear out and keep digging its way through as we try to drive it. There we go. As long as I put my wheels in the right place, this goes anywhere I put it, anywhere I point it. Just try to go through this lane one more time without hooking a wheel under the undercut. 2 wheels in the air on that one. How about that? It's not even Friday. All right, final impression on rocks. The Mud Paws work. They're very good. Can't say a bad thing about them so far. They do quickly collect dust because they're so sticky, and I don't see the point in cleaning them before I go drive them in mud. So I've only driven on them for 2 batteries now, and they have collected some dust, but like I said, that's just due to the fact the compound is so sticky and they grip onto everything. So I don't know what else to say about them. I like them. They're a good tire, and I would recommend them. There's a couple of tires I like, and I like these on this truck as well. I've tried other tires in this truck and I didn't like them, but I like these and pit bulls on here. I like Patagonias on the others. I'm also, as you know, a big fan of the INJORA stuff because it's not super expensive like some of the other name brands, and everything I bought from them is a quality part. They're easy to assemble. I've never, to my knowledge, had to modify something of INJORA's to make it fit on a car or a truck. So I think it's a good product. I know it's not some of the, it's one of the main brands that we have, but I like them. So I'm super happy with it, and we'll see you in the next video driving it in some mud. We'll see how it climbs in the dirt, and thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. We'll talk to you later.